The guests leave with their laughter still hanging in the air. Plates stacked, crumbs scattered, the house smells of sugar and champagne. I scrape frosting from porcelain, each motion sharp, controlled, silent. Father steps into the kitchen, loosening his tie like shedding his kindness. He doesn't smile. He never does when it's just us. "Sophia," he says, calm, rehearsed, "we need to discuss your situation." My fingers freeze against the sink. "My situation," I repeat, already knowing the shape of his words. "Starting next month, you'll contribute $1,200 for rent." Rent, the word lands like a slap in the face. I blink once, twice, pretending I didn't hear him right. "You want me to pay rent in my own house?" He nods, casual, like discussing the weather. "You're 26, you have 2 jobs, it's time you pay your share." My share. I bite the inside of my cheek until I taste metal. I already cover groceries, taxes, bills, and bookkeeping. He shrugs, his tone smooth, final. "That was family help, this is adulthood." Behind him, my brother passes, twirling his new key between his fingers. The sound of metal against metal slices through the silence. It's the sound of everything he gets without effort. I want to scream, but my voice stays buried under years of obedience. He leaves. The kitchen feels smaller, the air heavier. I stack another plate, careful not to let it slip. Later, I sit in my room, surrounded by ledgers and receipts. 5 years of proof that I've held this family together. No one ever saw it. No one ever said thank you. The wall clock ticks, steady, cruel. Downstairs, I hear Father's laughter. Kong, too. Mother's voice drifts through the vents, sweet and false. "She's not ambitious like her brother," she says. I stare at my reflection in the dark window. Ambition doesn't survive in a house where fairness never existed. I pull out the old folder from my drawer, labeled house expenses. Every number tells a story no one wanted to read. Electricity, property tax, credit card payments, all under my name. All invisible, like me. A faint knock at the door. Mother peeks in, pearls gleaming. "Don't be upset," she whispers. "Your father means well." Her words smell like perfume and fear. "He just wants you to grow up," she adds. I almost laugh. "I've been grown up since 16, I say quietly. She flinches, closes the door, vanishes into silence. I sit there, counting breaths until anger becomes clarity. Maybe this house was never mine. Maybe it never loved me back. The documents in front of me blur into one decision. Tomorrow, I'll stop fixing what was never broken by me. Tomorrow, I'll stop pretending this is home. For now, I fold the papers neatly, tuck them away. The chandelier's light flickers through the hallway. It doesn't feel like warmth anymore. It feels like goodbye waiting for morning. The night is too quiet. I open the drawer, searching for something I can't yet name. Dust rises from the old photo album, the one that belonged to Grandma Elise. Her handwriting curls across the first page, elegant, certain. Between the photos, a yellowed note slips free. Elise Trust, $250,000. My initials are written beneath it. My heart stutters once, twice, like it needs time to understand. I whisper the numbers out loud, testing their reality. A trust fund, my name, hidden here all along. I scroll through my phone until I find Aunt Rachel's number. She answers on the second ring, her voice cautious and kind. "I found something," I tell her. There's a long pause, the kind that carries history. "Come tomorrow," she says. "We'll talk." The diner smells of coffee and tired mornings. Aunt Rachel slides into the booth, her hair tied back, eyes serious. "You look just like your grandmother," she murmurs. I place the note on the table between us. She exhales, slow, heavy. "I've been waiting for this." Waiting, the word makes my stomach twist. "She left that money for you," Rachel says. "For your education, your start." I stare at her, throat dry. "Then where is it?" Her expression folds into regret. "Your father managed the account after her stroke. He said he'd protect it. She opens her purse and pulls out a worn folder. The papers inside smell faintly of ink and betrayal. My name is printed at the top of each document. My signature, too, except it isn't mine. That's not me, I say, voice shaking. I know, she whispers. I compared it years ago. I trace the forged loops of my name with trembling fingers. Each stroke feels like a theft of more than money. It's the theft of trust. The withdrawals started in 2018, Rachel says softly. That's when I was in the hospital for exhaustion. I remember signing papers Father brought, barely conscious. I thought they were insurance forms. He must have used them. Used me. Where did the money go? I ask, though I already know. Rachel hesitates. Tuition, Kong's university payments, his condo. I close my eyes. The key, the applause, the pride, all built with what was mine. He didn't just take money. He took opportunity, freedom, and every ounce of fairness. Rachel reaches across the table, touching my hand. I didn't want to believe he could do this. I pull my hand back, not unkindly, just empty. The waitress refills our coffee. Neither of us drinks it. Outside, cars rush past, their engines humming like distant thunder. I fold the papers, slide them into my bag. They used my trust to fund his future, I say. Rachel nods, tears glinting under the dull diner lights. What will you do? She asks. I stare at the dark reflection in the window. I'll do what Grandma wanted, I answer. I'll protect what's mine. The words taste steady. For the first time, I believe them. The house feels colder when I return. Even the chandelier light seems to judge me. On my bed lies a document I didn't leave there. A rental agreement, crisp, printed, official. My name is typed neatly at the top. Clause 8 highlighted in yellow. Failure to pay results in eviction. I laugh once, dry and bitter. They want me gone, but want my money first. Mother appears in the doorway, wringing her hands. Your father just wants you to learn responsibility. Her voice trembles like a secret she doesn't want to keep. I've been responsible since I was 16, I say. She flinches, lips parting, then closing again. There's nothing left for her to defend. The silence between us feels final. That night, I open every drawer and start packing. Clothes, files, the old photo of Grandma Elise. I move slowly, methodically, like erasing a version of myself. The house creaks with familiar sounds I no longer belong to. In the attic, I find a cedar chest buried under old blankets. Inside, her journals wait, smelling faintly of cedar and thyme. I flip through until her handwriting stops me. I worry about Daniel's pride, she wrote. He mistakes control for love. My chest tightens. She saw this coming. I take the journals, wrap them carefully in a scarf. By dawn, my car is packed. The sun hasn't yet burned away the mist. I leave the house key on my desk beside a letter. 3 pages, every expense, every betrayal, every truth. The words flow calm, precise, like the accountant I trained to be. Downstairs, the world is still. No goodbyes, no witnesses. Only the faint hum of the refrigerator and my own heartbeat. The door clicks shut behind me, not a slam, just certainty. The road north stretches ahead, wet with dew. Each mile pulls me further from the weight of their approval. I drive until city lights fade to open sky. Aunt Rachel's cottage sits by the lake, small and waiting. She's on the porch when I arrive, her smile tired but real. You made it, she says simply. Her hug smells of coffee and safety. Inside, everything is warm wood and quiet understanding. She shows me the spare room, the one with sunlight through lace curtains. You can study here, she says. Finish what you started. I nod, unable to speak. That night, I unpack only my laptop, notebooks, and the journals. The lake glimmers under the moon like a silent witness. I open my online course portal, 3 credits left. Numbers blink across the screen, progress, possibility. I breathe in the cool air through the open window. For the first time, no one is watching. No one is judging. The night hums softly with promise. I whisper to the dark, "This time it's mine." And the silence answers like agreement. Morning light spills across the lake like quiet courage. I sit at Aunt Rachel's table, papers spread in careful rows. The trust documents, the forged signatures, the withdrawals. Each page tells a story my father hoped would stay buried. Rachel's friend, Mr. Lawson, arrives with a leather briefcase. He's older, calm, his eyes sharp behind wire-rimmed glasses. He studies the papers in silence, then looks up slowly. "This isn't a misunderstanding," he says. "It's deliberate fraud." The words hang in the air like a verdict. "What happens next?" I ask. "We start with a formal notice, give them a chance to respond." I nod, though we both know they won't. The letter goes out that afternoon, certified, undeniable. Somewhere, my father's perfect house receives its first crack. Days pass, no reply. Instead, I get an email from him. Cold, clipped sentences accusing me of stealing family records. My hands shake only once before I delete it. He's not used to losing control. When the legal summons is filed, the silence ends. The courthouse smells of polish and nerves. I sit beside Mr. Lawson, clutching my folder of evidence. Across the aisle, my father straightens his suit jacket. Mother avoids my gaze, pearls replaced by fear. My brother sits behind them, looking smaller than I remember. The judge enters, her expression unreadable. Opening statements feel like a storm I've already survived. Their lawyer paints me as ungrateful, unstable, misguided. I stare straight ahead, unmoved. Mr. Lawson rises, voice steady, deliberate. He lays out every withdrawal, every forged signature. He holds up the trust deed, my grandmother's clear intentions. "This was not a family disagreement," he says. "It was theft." The judge leans forward, eyes narrowing at my father. "Did you authorize these transfers?" she asks. He hesitates too long. His voice cracks under pressure. "It was family money, my decision." The judge's tone turns sharp. "Trust funds are not family piggy banks, Mr. Nguyen." The room holds its breath. When it's my turn to testify, my heartbeat steadies. I describe the years of bookkeeping, the nights balancing their accounts. I list the numbers, the dates, the proof. I speak of signing papers from a hospital bed, half conscious. Every word feels like reclaiming a piece of myself. Their lawyer tries to twist my story. I don't break. I've lived through worse than questions. When it ends, the judge's ruling comes clear and final. Full restoration of the trust. Legal fees covered. A referral to the ethics board for my father's misconduct. He stares at the floor, no words left. Mother wipes her eyes. Kong looks at me, lips parting like he wants to speak. But I turn away. Outside, the air tastes clean for the first time in years. No applause, no celebration. Just freedom, quiet and absolute. The lake looks different now. Peaceful, not lonely. I wake early, brew coffee, and open my laptop. Invoices, spreadsheets, and emails fill the morning quiet. My first real client pays on time. Then another comes through referral. Slowly, my work grows into something steady. Not survival, stability. I move into a small cottage near the water. 2 rooms, bright light, creaking floors that feel honest. I buy second-hand furniture, sand, and paint it myself. Every nail I hammer sounds like ownership. Aunt Rachel visits on weekends with cinnamon rolls and advice. "You're building something real," she says. I smile, believing her. Months pass. The trust money sits in savings, untouched. It's not fuel for revenge. It's a foundation. One day, my mother calls. Her voice is soft, almost uncertain. "I left your father," she says. The words fall like a confession. She's teaching art at the community center. I tell her I'm glad. We meet for coffee in a quiet cafe downtown. She looks older but lighter. I'm trying to be someone I can respect again, she says. For once, I don't feel anger, only understanding. Healing doesn't always come with apologies. Sometimes it's just showing up. A week later, a message arrives from Kong. He's selling the condo. He says he wants to start over in another city. I'm sorry, his text reads. I didn't see how unfair it was. I type slowly before replying. Seeing is the first step. Then I put my phone away. I start running by the lake each morning. The air tastes of pine and renewal. I feel muscles rebuild where fear used to live. Work expands, 10 clients, then 15. Small business owners who trust me with their numbers. They thank me for being precise, honest, patient. No one calls me invisible anymore. The cottage becomes my office. The lake my constant witness. Aunt Rachel throws a small celebration when I earn my license. She raises her glass to freedom earned the hard way. I toast quietly to choosing peace over permission. The night sky stretches wide above us. I think of Grandma Elise and the letter she left. Her words echo like prayer. This money isn't charity, it's justice. She was right. But what I gained goes beyond numbers. It's the ability to breathe without asking, to live without proving, to love without fear. I light a candle on the windowsill before bed. Its flame flickers, small but certain. Outside, the water glows under the moon. I whisper to the dark, I'm not what they made me. And the wind carries it back. Soft as a promise kept. A year passes quietly, measured in sunlight and seasons. The garden outside my window blooms stronger each spring. I plant things that return, that don't need permission to grow. The office fills with clients, laughter, the smell of new paper. Numbers make sense, people make sense again. Every morning, I wear Grandma Elise's watch. It ticks softly, steady as my own breath. Mother calls once a week now. She sounds happier, her voice no longer wrapped in fear. I'm teaching watercolor, she says. My students paint what they feel. I smile at the irony. That's a good lesson. She laughs, and for the first time it sounds real. Kong texts me from another state. He works at a small outdoor store, learning how to start over. I'm doing fine, he writes, still figuring it out. Keep going, I reply. It's worth it. Growth doesn't need applause, it just needs truth. One afternoon, I visit Grandma's grave with wildflowers from my yard. The sky smells of rain and possibility. Her name carved in stone still feels like a heartbeat. You were right, I whisper. Justice came, peace too. I leave the flowers and a small note tucked beneath them. Thank you for seeing me when no one else did. Back home, I open her journals again. Her handwriting tells stories of generations before mine. Women who bent so others could stand taller. Daughters who carried too much silence. She ended that cycle with ink and courage. The chain breaks with you, she wrote in her final entry. It did. Now, when I meet young women just starting their paths, I tell them to protect what's theirs, to trust their own numbers. One of them, Zoe, reminds me of myself at 22. She brings messy spreadsheets and big dreams. Everyone says I should take something safer, she says. Build what feels right, I tell her, not what they expect. She nods, eyes bright with belief. Mentorship feels like passing forward what was saved for me. At night, friends fill my small house with noise and warmth. We share cake, stories, and the quiet pride of survival. No one here measures worth by gifts or grades. We celebrate effort, honesty, and beginnings. After they leave, I sit on the porch swing with my tea. The lake glows gold under the fatting sun. Somewhere, the past lingers, but it doesn't rule me. The letter from my father stays unopened in the drawer. Some endings deserve silence. I watch the sky darken, stars reflecting on the water. Everything I own is chosen, not inherited. Every scar has purpose. Every breath feels earned. Sometimes the bravest thing is walking away. Sometimes the truest thing is staying gone. And sometimes peace is simply this: a quiet evening, a steady heart, and the sound of your own life continuing. The sun sinks low over the lake, painting everything in gold. I stand on the porch, the wind lifting my hair softly. Inside, the house hums with quiet life, steady and real. No more pretending, no more proving. My phone buzzes with a message from my mother. "Happy birthday, my brave girl." I smile, feeling the warmth reach deeper than words. The world feels wide again, not heavy. Grandma's watch ticks against my wrist, sure and calm. I think of the girl I used to be, waiting for permission to exist. She's gone now, replaced by someone unafraid to begin again. The garden sways below, full of flowers I planted myself. Every color is a choice I made freely. I breathe in the scent of pine and water. It smells like everything I fought for. Behind me, laughter echoes from the kitchen window. Friends, found family, people who see me clearly. The sky deepens into twilight, the first star appearing. I whisper to the fading light, "This is mine." And the lake answers in ripples, soft and endless.